Dana.
Dana, have a seat. And it's your birthday?
It is.
Wow, today?
Yes.
Happy birthday!
So that makes her a number, today's the 25th,
25th.
so she's a 7?
She's a 7. So I do numerology. I didn't do it tonight because a lot of you have already done it. But in numerology, your soul number is a 7, which means that you like change. You get bored easily. Usually 7s drive
Yes.
too fast.
Okay,
And that to me is amazing because I drive like really slow.
Okay, I don't want to ride with you.
No, yeah. And the reason why you like that because you like the scenery going by fast. You like that change. 7's all about change.
Huh,
Very
that's
cool.
interesting.
Yeah. So, what would you like to talk about? What would you like to know?
Oh my God. Well, since my entire life has been turned upside down and is in the midst of change on every level, I guess that's appropriate.
Okay.
So many things going right now. I'd really like to know if I'm actually going to be able to put this all together and do them all. I'm doing religious training. I'm starting a new business. I am learning to invest so I can actually make some money and live the way I want to live, and still caring for my mom some, and I really need to care for myself somewhere in this picture.
Okay. First of all,
Can I put that
this
together
is a
somehow?
great story. This is happily ever after. She's living happily ever after because look at the interesting story that she has going on. You'd want to go see that movie, okay? So
No.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
And part of the answer is knowing, like knowing that you need to take time for yourself. So I'm glad you're right there. Okay, but let's just
I'd
see.
really like to find a partner.
Okay. Wow, for yourself and a partner. You do have a lot. So let's see. So the question is, will you be able to pull this all together, and how, or just will you be able to pull it together?
Well, and how would be good,
Okay.
since I'm kind of in the midst of all of it.
Okay, cool. Take your left hand and cut the deck into 3 separate parts. And do you mind your face being shown?
Oh, it's fun looking at your pretty jewelry.
I do kind of like jewelry.
Something shiny.
Lots of shiny stuff.
So it's interesting because you got kind of very similar card to what Janet got here, is emotional fulfillment and abundance. It's a different card, but it's kind of the same thing. So you really need to make sure that you're feeling comfortable and you're getting emotionally fulfilled through this too, because there's a lot of change going on right now for you, okay? This is the card of change, and that means like movement, and even though you're a 7 and you like change, and you can do everything at the same time, you really do need to make it feel emotionally fulfilling. But the things that hold you back are your mind saying, I can't do it or I won't be able to do it. Like there's fear of futility. And that's like, why should I bother? It won't work out anyway. There's that fear. It's back here in your subconscious. Okay? And you're analyzing it way too much. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, are you in a relationship now?
I am not.
And so what about, I'm gonna come back to the relationship, but what about work? Because you have a financial step forward coming in here through your work.
Really?
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
Because I do not have
Yeah.
an income right now, a
Yeah.
steady income, and that's kind of
Right.
difficult.
Okay. We're gonna work on this for a moment because it says you need you're fighting for clarity there, how that's gonna happen, and you're not seeing clearly. This is like, the moon is self-deception, but it does say that you're gonna have an aha moment on how to do that. And it says you'd be a fool if you miss the opportunity. So it tells me, so this feels like a financial step forward from a job, not a career, first. Does that make any sense?
Well, I'm not sure, actually. I gave up my job of 30-some years a while ago,
Okay,
except it still drops in every now and then.
because it's gonna drop in again.
I don't want it to.
Okay, all right.
I
So-
left it for a reason.
Okay. I'm here to tell you that you are gonna have that opportunity again. And you shouldn't miss it, because this time you can control it. What is it that you do?
It's real estate paralegal.
Okay.
Controlling a bunch of attorneys you're working for. It's a novel thought.
Okay. Not that, it's more controlling about like how you work and when you work. And
Mhm.
does that make any sense?
Yeah,
Okay. Like you can make it kind of your own business, or does that make any sense?
well, I could. I just haven't wanted to, because
Okay.
that's not what I wanted to do.
Okay, so, the reason why that's coming up, it's because of money. No other reason, okay? It's not a soul thing, it's a job, it's not a
Right,
career, like I said,
right.
okay? And the reason why that's coming up is so you don't fear and get into that analyzing and that, I can't do it anyway. When you have a job, it's easier to do other things, do you know what I mean? Your soul work and all that stuff. Does that make sense to you? You can tell me if I'm wrong.
Well, no, it makes sense. However, I can't imagine how I can work a job and spend the time doing the other things.
Okay.
That's the biggest problem I have there.
And it says you have to be creative with that, but you can do it.
Like, oh, okay, so that takes self-care and a relationship right out the window.
No, it doesn't, because it's interesting, because right before I went there, I went to relationship first.
Uh-huh.
So it has this feel of relationship and job kind of the same time, okay? And it's within like the next 4 weeks. It feels like it's like
Good,
next
'cause
month.
Things are pretty imminent.
Okay, so things are pretty imminent. Are they imminent around finances?
Yes.
That's why this is coming up. Do you understand? That's why, so here's an example. A lot of people will come to me because I'm such a positive guy, they'll go, well, this all seems good. Do you ever tell people bad news? This is kind of bad news for you. Because you don't want to
Yes,
see,
I don't wanna
but
do
it's
that.
actually good news.
Okay.
Because it helps you along your path to get to your career, to get to the soul career, to get to what you want to do, to the relationship, to all this stuff, okay? So I want you to, the reason why the job
Mhm.
came up as an opportunity as the Fool, because the Fool card is opportunity, and it says you're the fool if you miss it, if you turn it down, which right now you probably would, okay? I'm trying to tell you, you really need to look at that a little bit differently, because it is an opportunity. You'd be a fool if you missed it. So that all this stuff it's one less thing off your plate. And the finances, I'll tell you, once the finances get in there, it affects all of your life. Okay?
Yeah, it has been. Can I ask a very direct
Yes.
question about
Yeah.
that? I have my plan was to sell my house
Okay?
to cover the finances so I can keep going and doing these things.
Okay?
So,
So would that be you'd have to move?
no, because I'm living in my mother's house. We just moved her into assisted
Okay.
living.
So there's move here for you.
However, then I would not have my own home.
Okay. So I do get a move for you. Again. Okay?
Where?
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. So it says that you know where you need to be, you're just not there. But it's down the road, it's not right now. It's
Okay.
like, but I'm telling you, right now, you have like this new job coming in
Yeah.
and a relationship coming in. And those are important things. But really, it all stems from, like, job and relationship came up really strong.
Mhm.
Instead of like mom or even taking care of yourself, that's what came up strong first. Like, that's
Okay.
important. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, because you have a long list. of
Yes.
things that are going on and things that you want, and that's okay, okay? So, So about selling your house, why is it so far down the way? Why does it feel like it's down the way? It's not right now.
Oh, no, it's right now if I'm gonna do it, selling
Okay.
the house.
So why wouldn't you do it?
Um,
Why aren't you gonna do it? It feels like you're not gonna do it.
Does it? I guess I've just been holding on to it for fear that when I move, we'll need to sell my mom's house probably within a year or two.
Okay.
And then the fear comes in and I go, well, what if I can't find somewhere to live?
Okay. So
okay.
that's all that fear of futility. It's not gonna work out anyway. It's all fear. It's all fear. It's not actual. It's just fear. It's mental fear. It's not even physical fear. It's
Right.
mental fear. Okay? So really work on that by getting more comfortable. And the way you get comfortable is
Get the
I
damn
would
job.
get the damn job and the relationship.
Well, the relationship.
Yeah. So because see, this helps you like kind of focus. So, and I would write a list. If I was you, because I would write a list and focus on the top 2 things, bring them to fruition, and then move down the list. But you're trying to make everything happen at once,
Yes,
and you're
really
wondering
typical.
how it can. Well, it can't, because you got all this fear. Okay, so let go of the fear first. Write a list, and then figure out what's. So I have a feeling that this person that's coming in for you is going to make you feel good about yourself and give you that self-love also as well as love. Okay? So, and emotional fulfillment and abundance. That's what this is about. It's like, so really you need to be thinking, write the list of all the physical things and all the things that you want and the spiritual things and all the mental things, everything you want. But then focus on what's going to make me feel the most comfortable and the best. The most emotional fulfillment, emotional abundance. Is it a relationship? Is it money? It's all those. Relationship. Everybody has a relationship with money too. So we've got relationships going on everywhere. It's with things. My car. I have a relationship with my car.
We know.
Which is interesting because he's never ridden in my car.
I was jealous.
Because he drives, because I don't like to drive. That's why I don't need a great car.
Not only manifested the car, he manifested the driver.
So, in order to have this emotional fulfillment, it's about relationships. About relationships with your money. About relationships with what you want to do your career. About relationships with a job, J-O-B, and about a relationship with a person coming in here. So, because you've got all these great cards, and it says that you have this opportunity. Like for you, you're not really stuck in the past. I don't see that for you. It doesn't come up that you need to let go of the past or anything. You need to just go and let go of the stuff that's your mind is doing a number on you. You know what I mean? It's just right from the start. It's like, it's not going to work out anyway. That's not a good way to start.
No, it's terrible.
But you're starting at happily ever after, up the end, to the end. I'm done, that's it.
Starting
So-
at you missed the boat.
Yeah, okay, well, that's another story. That's another movie that we have going on. Don't miss the boat. So, especially, see, it says that you're going to bring in the lust for life, go at life with new enthusiasm, with integrity, which is open and honesty. But you need to be seen. You're also afraid to be seen. So that's why you're missing the boat. You are afraid to be seen. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and there's gain at all levels when you let yourself be seen. Don't hold back. Just let people know who you are. Let people know what you're doing, and if you need help. Because sometimes you do. I don't get that, but I'm getting that you just tend to keep everything hidden and yourself hidden, especially around relationships. Let them know who you are. You want them to fall in love with who you are, not with somebody that you think you want them to know who you are.
It's not worked out well in the past.
Yeah, so you've done that, see? So now, it's like, let them fall in love with who you are, and let them see who you are, even this job. So it's a job, so what? It's part of that learning. Look at what Cinderella had to go through. She had to do the lentils from the thing. What did she learn from that? Who to trust, who not to trust, how to work, I mean all that stuff that she learned. That she wouldn't make, if she didn't learn all that stuff, she wouldn't be a good princess or a queen for the prince, when that all happens.
Yeah.
So, same thing. And what did she learn? She learned that the prince needs to fall in love with her, not with something that isn't a stress that the fairy godmother made her. Do you see? So back to that story.